It's one of our favourites, quite frankly, featuring the youngest drivers in karting. We had 2 heats earlier in the day. The results for those heats on your screen now. But this is the final, and here are the grid positions. Jake, take it away.
And our 2 earlier heat winners, Oscar Kenny and Teddy Stebbings, are on the front row of the grid together, with Freddie Flewitt and Theo Jepson on the second. Elsie Gannon is alongside William Spencer for row 3, then Max Joy and Calman Simon, Logan Hodgetts and Buster Airy, and the grid is rounded out by Ethan Hulme and Arlo Atkinson. It's going to be a really interesting battle here in Bambinos, as all 12 competitors are going to be fairly evenly matched over this race, but with Oscar Kenny and Teddy Stebbings taking a heat win apiece, it's definitely going to give us an interesting final battle, as each of those 2 youngsters are going to be trying to go for the victory in the final. As with pretty much every karting category at this level, it is just 1 driver and 1 mechanic, so they will start the engines up. Oh dear, that looks like a slight difficulty in getting one of the karts started. Is that Max Joy? They've got a slight problem getting his kart started.
Yeah, that'll be his dad trying to start it, and his heart will be pumping, but he's got it started now. Been there, done that. And your heart starts beating. Oscar Kenny, pole for the first race here in 2022.
So off we go, and the 2 heat winners from the meeting so far are away in first and second position. No problems at all for those 2. Up through into the first couple of corners of the lap, and it's a great start from Kenny. Stebbings is there in second place, third place for Flewitt. No worries at all, and Jepson just follows in fourth position. And already we've got our first overtake for the lead, have we? Not quite. A good attempt there from Stebbings, but he saw the writing on the wall. He realised that that door was going to shut fairly quickly. And considering these kids are as young as 5 years old, that's good wisdom there from Teddy Stebbings.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that the gaps between the drivers, the championship leader there in third place, that is. The gap between the drivers already on the first lap, you can see, is quite significant. And the reason for that is the drivers in this class, particularly in this class, have varying stages of development, varying stages of experience. Freddie Flewitt, there he is, in the pink helmet. Only real men can wear pink, Jake. I've said that 10 times before. Don't debate me, you know it's right.
Well,
Freddie Flewitt,
right.
championship leader.
Well, back in the day, it used to be pink for a boy and blue for a girl, so it's
1940. Women
right.
stole our colour.
Oh, Theo Jepson. I think he made the move there on the inside.
Yeah,
as indeed, so that's Theo Jepson through into third position, past Freddie Flewitt, and again, Teddy Stebbings has a look. This time up the left-hander, and again, Oscar Kenny just keeping his kart in position. Both of these drivers have the potential to win this final. They've taken a heat win apiece, so this all comes down to who's going to have that steely nerve, that level of wisdom all the way through the course of the race. It's not won on these early couple of laps. You've just got to get yourself knit in and try to go for the opportunities. It's never easy to try and read the situation as they work their way through into turn 2 once again, onto the back straight. It's a pretty quick part of the course, this, because you stay flat on the throttle in Bambino all the way through to turn 3, and here comes the move. Teddy Stebbings reads his situation nicely, gets the run here on Oscar Kenny, and has been able to move forward. So Teddy Stebbings is the new race leader, but he's not done yet, Oscar Kenny. He wants to come back at him pretty quickly.
Teddy turned 8 on Thursday before the meeting, so still, as I said before, quite young. Here's the replay for the lead, nice and clean, it's what we want to see.
And I have to say, fair play to Oscar Kenny, giving him plenty of space, not turning in on him, just giving him a lot of room to negotiate. So he's got plenty of time in this race to come back at him as well. So this is not done yet, and on the inside they're battling again. Stebbings holding the inside line as Kenny got alongside him, but Stebbings was on the inside line for turn 1 to protect the inside line. So that worked out very nicely. So still, Stebbings in front of Kenny. Kenny was actually fractionally in front of Teddy Stebbings as they came out of the final turn and over the line. He's got good acceleration off the turn. He's going to get alongside him. They trade paint nearly as they go up to the braking zone for the left-hander. That's very close indeed between Stebbings and Kenny. Kenny trying to get alongside again. And this is all about intimidation, just trying to outfox your rival and back him into a corner. They come off the final hairpin, and look at the confidence from Kenny. He goes the long way round, but he's carried more speed. Now he's going to get the run onto the inside line. Kenny will have the inside for the right-hander, and that's a lovely switchback. Great overtake.
Teddy Stebbings won the Cock of the North at Wombwell, that event at Wombwell. Prestigious meeting, fantastic track there in, near Barnsley. At Wombwell, won that last week, so he comes here with a lot of confidence, no doubt, and he's a very talented footballer as well, Jake. I can tell you, he's part of the Wigan Athletic Academy. Looking down the inside, but gets his nose chopped off.
Well, the way he's performing now, he's going to have to make a decision. Are you going to be a professional footballer or are you going to be a professional racing driver? He's clearly good at both.
It depends. Do you want to make a lot of money or do you want to spend a lot of money?
Well, he might want to make a lot of money as a footballer and then spend it all going racing.
That's
Could
true.
well do both.
He could, yeah. Be a footballer and then you can do your racing in the summer.
Well, here comes Stebbings back on the inside and he takes the lead back from Oscar Kenny as they start to slowly work their way through the traffic. This is going beautifully between these two, and Stebbings taking the lead away from Oscar Kenny, but do not think for one moment that Stebbings is going to fall back. That Kenny is going to fall back. He's going to have another opportunity through turn 3, and he's already starting to find that gap on the inside line. Up in the air goes the hand from Teddy Stebbings. Oi, what are you doing? He was trying to make a bit on the inside line. He backed out of it in time. But Oscar Kenny is not going to be intimidated. He's going to try every trick in the book to come back past.
I was talking earlier about the varying levels of experience of the drivers. We saw Logan Hodgetts being lapped the last time round. But this is Logan's first race in a petrol cart. And looking down the inside,
here's the
here
chance.
comes Kenny.
This is it. Kenny's going to get through on the inside line here, surely, and he does indeed. Stebbings is going to try and come back at him straight away. They've got 7 seconds on Theo Jepson and Freddie Flewitt, so I think they're going to be safe to battle for third position to the end. And William Spencer about half a minute back. He's looking good for the top 5. But is Oscar Kenny going to be able to hold on to this? Stebbings has got a good run off turn 3, and he's going to chop across. He will not be intimidated. Stebbings is giving it everything he's got to try and retaliate. He's got to stay pretty close to him up to the chicane. They've only got 3 corners to go. Right, left, and then up to that final hairpin. This should be all done and dusted for Oscar Kenny, unless he makes a mistake. It doesn't come. Stebbings has given him every chance, but this is going to be an Oscar Kenny victory, and he is ecstatic over the line. A good effort there from Teddy Stebbings. Look back, who's going to get third? That's going to be Jepson. He'll just hang on there in front of Freddie Flewitt. Good job, and he's happy with third position. There's Buster Airy. He'll come through in 8th position across the line. A good run from Buster Airy, and he'll be in front of Simon Kalman and Logan Hodgetts, with Spencer Gannon and Joy set to come through just behind the top 4. But a great race there from Oscar Kenny in front of Teddy Stebbings. It was so close. Both drivers had the chance to do it. There is the number 12 of Kalman, Simon, coming through with the gorgeous vintage Lotus colours on his kart. And there is the 21 coming through, William Spencer, just in front of Elsie Gannon. Good duel between those two as well. So here's your result. Oscar Kenny less than 0.3 of a second ahead of Teddy Stebbings from Jepson and Flewitt. And then it's William Spencer ahead of Elsie Gannon from Max Joy, Buster Airy, and the leading Coma driver, Kalman Simon, doing a fine job in P9 here at Hooton Park. An excellent run from these competitors. And as a result of that, the championship standings look like this. Freddie Flewitt hangs on by just 5 points in front of the absent Jackson Farah. William Spencer ahead of Elsie Gannon, and Theo Jepson with Ethan Hume coming home in the top 6 of the 2022 rankings.